Hello and welcome to my podcast. Brian LaTurner, founder, MonsterMuleys.com. It's the second Tuesday of the hunt here in Wyoming, the rifle hunt. I left home late last night, drove 5 hours, walked in. I'm probably 2 hours and a half, 2.5 hours into my walk. I gotta hustle up here, but anyway, I'm back up here looking for that big 4-point that I had seen, that I saw scouting. Just hoping to turn him up. Hopefully nobody got him over the weekend. So went home on Thursday, back here on Tuesday, today. So hopefully during those 4 days he didn't get hammered. Hopefully I can show him to you. Gotta get going. It's midday, about 2 o'clock, first day of my 3 to 4 day trip. This morning was pretty good. I saw probably 10 to 12 bucks. I did see the 3x6. Amazing. He is so visible. Just shows himself so often. This time he was way down in the bottom of a canyon over here. It's just crazy how much he must be getting pushed around, and he does move a lot. I'm surprised he hasn't been shot yet, because he's so visible. I'm just surprised. Today I saw the outfitter, or the guides. There was about 4 guides and 5 hunters total in this canyon, where I saw all the bucks. And they showed up. I think they were a little late, but the one of the hunters did shoot 4 rounds. I don't know what he shot. I highly doubt it was the big one I'm here for. But there has been people here over the last 4 days that I haven't been here. In my gut, I don't think that deer's been shot. I think he's here somewhere. So, as much as that 3x6 just keeps tempting me, if he was standing right here close to the tent, he might be in trouble. But where he's way down in there, I'm not going down there after him. I'm just going to look for that 4x4, and hopefully I turn him up. I know he's heavy. I know he's a great buck. And at this point, that's the one I want. So that's what I'm going to do, is just spend the next few days hunting for him. I got my camp set up here. I'm on a pretty steep hillside. But it should work. But I'm close, and that's what's nice. It was a rough. My butt is so tired. I drove 5 hours, and then walked about probably 2.5, 3 this morning. I'm just exhausted, and then I hunted for about 6 or 7 hours, and I'm just beat, and I'm so tired I might actually fall asleep. I have a heck of a time sleeping, but I'm gonna give it a shot. It's midday, about 3:30, day number 2 of this trip. Went out last night, didn't see much of anything, just some small ones, and then this morning just I think pretty much the same small ones as yesterday. The best buck is maybe a 22-inch, 4-point. That's it. It's just really slim pickings. I really think the better bucks, a lot of the older bucks that I had seen scouting, and then also early on in the rifle hunt, and while we were in here bow hunting, they're obviously not all dead. They're here somewhere. My guess is that they get in this timber, and they just don't have to come out very far to get some feed. I don't think they're feeding a lot, but there's enough activity, enough gunshots and enough horse backing up the ridges that they know, them older bucks know something's going on, and they're just holding tight. I think my only chance of getting one is just to get down in one of these canyons and maybe catch him, come out of the pines right before dark, or, right at first light, catch him out along the edges or something. I think at night they probably come out in the open to feed. It is a little bit frustrating because I have a friend who killed a really good buck, today. I think it was this morning, sent me a text, and it's just so frustrating because when other people are having success, and I'm sitting in here. I know the buck's here, and I just, I'm not seeing him a whole lot. Well, I haven't seen him on this trip at all, but I know he's here, and I just can't get him, and I hate to say it, but I just don't think I'm gonna get him. I got I'll hunt tonight, so I have another 2 more evenings, 2 more mornings. I'm gonna stay till Friday. Give it my all there, and that'll give me 8 days of rifle hunting in here. And if I can't kill him, I think I'll probably call it quits for this spot, and maybe hit something different. I mean, some of these deer are just really hard to get. Some of them know just what to do. They drop into the canyons, and they just don't move very much, and they might come out in the open, but even during daylight hours, but it's only for a few minutes that they're out, and then they get in that timber. They just know what to do, and those are the ones that most likely are the ones that survive. I do think he's here, the one I'm looking for. I do think he's here and alive, and I just think he's in the timber somewhere and just not moving a lot. That 3x6, it's crazy how much he's moving around. I didn't see him today. Of course, he was in a whole different, canyon. But anyway, yeah, it's frustrating to, other people, it just seems like it's so easy for them. And I know for me, I'm sitting here saying, oh, it looks so easy for this guy. And I've had years when, it's appeared that way for me. I've had a few years where I've killed 2 big bucks, each of them on second or third day of the season. Just feels like they just walk out there and there they are. And then there's hunts, there are years like this year, and last year was tough, but this year, I saw that big one in Utah, and I've invested so much time there. No luck. I'm into hunting here now, a total of 10 days between archery and, that's just this spot, 12 days so far in Wyoming, archery and rifle. And I shouldn't complain much, because I've seen some great bucks. That 3x6, I think for the vast majority of people, and really for myself, I should be shooting him and being thrilled. But I just, I seen this big 4-point, and he's impressive, and I like him, and I just keep telling myself, dang it, it's, just keep after it, and maybe you'll get him, and he's the best one, and I like him, so that's why I'm passing on anything else. Granted, I haven't been passing on a whole lot of big ones on this trip. So anyway, that's it. Give you another update. I'll try and show you some bucks if I can, but it's kind of hard when you're hunting. You just don't have time to waste, setting up the camera and sitting there looking at little ones. Gotta move on, try and find a Alright, it's 11 o'clock here on the mountain, day number 3. Last night just saw a few small bucks. I ended up diving down into a canyon below where I had seen him, where I've seen him, and just small ones. They didn't come out until the sun was down. They're not moving until that last few minutes of light. Anyway, and then this morning I did see two of the better bucks. I saw the one that I ended up that I had ran down the hill after before discovering that he wasn't big enough. Saw him, and then I saw another wider 4-point. But both of them just short little tines, just not big enough. Anyway, I'm not just sure if I may end up moving my camp about a half mile over the top of the mountain and maybe hunting down off the opposite side of where I've seen him. I don't know, I'm still debating. Gosh, it just seems like if he was right there on that side hill, that he'd have shown himself by now. But I know that he was there, for several days. At least really, I'm sure he was right there, and I went 4 days between seeing him the last time. And so, I don't know, I can't decide what I want to do. But, it's not looking like I'm going to get him, but I'll definitely try again tonight and in the morning. I give it my all, I get out and I try to glass as good as I can, and I move around. You know, I mean, this morning I glassed the hill he was on for probably an hour and a half, and you know, after that long, I just, you know, I feel like, all right, well, he isn't here. So then I moved over to another point and glassed out there. I only saw one buck, but heck, you know, I was probably way late, you know, being 2 hours after light. They're done. It's fairly warm. This morning the wind was blowing pretty good, so I think that, you know, that'll keep them out there a little bit longer, you know, because it's a little bit cooler. But man, I don't know what to think about it. Sure has been, you know, it sure is nerve-wracking to, and I don't know why I even am thinking about it. I've been doing this for, you know, a long time, and I've gone through this same scenario many, many times, where I've seen a buck scouting, even seen him during the hunt, couldn't get shots, but they just don't show themselves every day. It's rare to find a big buck anyway that shows himself day after day after day, because if they're that type of animal, they're going to probably get shot before they're a real slug. So I think the bucks that tend to survive are the ones that, for whatever reason, they hide up and they just don't show themselves much. There's quite a few bucks in here that were in here during the summer that I just, and before the hunt, that I haven't seen, you know, and there's a couple that we saw early on in the hunt, haven't seen. Now, it's possible that a few of them are dead, but there's no way all of them are. You know, they're just, and even some of the smaller ones that I think I would probably recognize have disappeared, and so, I don't know, you know, I think they just get into that timber and they just don't move till it's, you know, until it's dark, and before light, you know, they fill their bellies, you know, at 11 o'clock at night, and then they're done. They don't even need to be out in the morning in a lot of cases. So anyway, probably not a very exciting webcast, because I don't have any bucks to show you, but that's the way hunting goes. So hopefully you keep watching. You know, I'll get some bucks on video eventually. Hopefully a dead one before the season's out, but hard to say. That's it for today. That's that 4-point that has the little cheater. It's a nice looking buck, but he's not big enough. I'm guessing he's probably only 22, 24 inches wide. He's got nice forks, but he just needs to be wider and longer. It's just not big enough. Okay, that does it for this hunting trip. It's day number 4. I'm headed out of here. I saw a number of bucks, probably about 10 or so this morning. Nothing very good. I don't know. I moved down here off this top hoping to see more down low, but the ones I saw were all still up fairly high. They're just the small ones. I don't know where the better ones are. Either they're dead or they're just older and smarter, and they just get down in here and just don't move very much, and that's my guess. I don't think they're dead. There ain't been that much shooting. So anyway, I'm out of here.